Hi friends, Namaskar. This is Sanjay Sharda. We are gathered today to discuss the implementation of Sri Bhagwad Gita in our everyday life. Let me start by saying some disclaimers. I am in no way a Vedic scholar who knows about the ancient Hindu scriptures or about Bhagavad Gita in the depth and in the wisdom that is available to so many other of learned gurus and people who have devoted lifetimes in studying of these great scriptures. I am just a layman like you, and my attempt is that instead of trying to decipher the language of the Gita and the commentary which has been made by so many learned people, and it is available, online to us, and we must have either seen it in social media or read many of these books. My implementation of Gita led me to believe that to introduce Krishna in your life is not so difficult. It is a process, and I have been able to somewhat do it, which I think many of my known friends, relatives, and well wishers, I felt the need to reach out because when you say to them that you have something to of value to say to them, many of the thoughts that you need to express are not able to get the opportunity because between these kind of friends, relatives who know you very well, there is a element of there's a fun element, and there is a thoughtlessness, and there is they take you lightly. So instead of having a discussion which is intense and meaningful, we end up in trying to comment or wisecracks and stuff. So I thought, let me attempt in this way. Maybe it is successful in this way. So if you allow me, let me begin. So Bhagavad Gita, some facts about Bhagavad Gita. So this was the word Bhagavad Gita means the song of God. So it is the song of Lord Krishna. The whole of the Gita is of 700 verses, like I said, is divided into three segments. So the first, there are 18 chapters. The first segment is about Karma Yoga. The second chapter is about Bhakti Yoga, and the last chapter is about Jnana Yoga. Gita gives us various paths to connect with God. Actually, the aspect of finding God in the Hindu religion is by self-realization. So we are, a part of the divineness of God, and the Hindu religion seeks that you take a transcendental journey in finding the divineness in yourself, so that you can connect with God. So Gita, in that sense, is one great tool because it is very, very concise, and it gives explanation to most of the questions that will arise even in modern day times. Although the Gita, as we know, is said by in the battlefield of Mahabharata, and it's about 5,000 odd years before. But this is not the first time that Gita was said. So from time eternally, Gita was said to first the sun god Vivaswan, and then to Manu, the father of mankind, and then to the ancestors of Ramchandraji, that clan, Ishvaku. So, and then over time, when the significance of Gita reduces, then it is repeated again. So this last time it was said to Arjun in the battlefield of Mahabharata. So of all the scriptures that we have, we have the Vedas, the Upanishads. So all of that, if we consider as the cow, the milk of that cow can be considered to be Gita. And the milk of the cow is first given to the calf. So in this case, it was given to Arjun, and then to the rest of the world, including us. So this is another thing is that Srimad Bhagwat is another document. It is a part of the Puranas. So it is not. It has got more than. There are many verses in it. So this is Bhagavad Gita is the song of God, and it is different from Srimad Bhagwat. So whenever we say Gita, Srimad Bhagwat, they are different, documents or different scriptures. Because Srimad Bhagwat has got as many as 18,000 verses, and Gita has only, like I said, 700. So basically, Gita is the philosophy of life. So it is a philosophy of life explained when Arjun has many questions. He's bewildered whether to fight. What is the point of fighting? Whether fighting is the right way to go about it, or he should just relinquish everything, and because it's sinful to kill elders and your relatives. So when many questions arise, so Lord Krishna provides him the answer to it, and in the answers we find answers to many questions that in everyday life we feel it's just somehow there is someone to ask, and we get the answers too. So it is the manual of humankind. It is the guidebook of humanity. So the relevance of Gita is that it cleanses, your heart. It purifies you. It makes you auspicious, and even the propensity of being sinful is reduced by the implementation of Gita. My effort has been more on implementing the core message of Gita rather than understanding the commentaries made by so many learned people. So the implementation part of it is concise, and it's already given in the book. So you might be, if someone is interested, can go through that. So I am more inclined to कि हमें करना क्या है गीता को अपने लाइफ में उतारने के लिए. So purification of the heart, auspiciousness in our life, these are all gains of implementing Gita. Just by reading Gita or hearing Gita, of course, we can only implement if we do these steps. But implementing is the main. So enlightenment, freeing ourselves from lamentation is something that Gita will tell us to do. Many of the younger people, including our own children, they ask कि मुझे क्यों गीता पढ़नी है? Why do I need to read Gita? So many of these young people have questions like who is God? Why do I struggle? What is life? What is death? What is the purpose of life? Why am I suffering? When will my suffering end? Why I don't have mental peace? So there's so many questions which people have, and all this affects our mental health in a big way. Particularly, I've seen the younger people are less spiritually grounded, so they seek to question so many things happening in their own life without getting proper answers. So if these questions are there in anyone's mind, the best answer to all of these questions, including who is God, does God exist, what is soul, what is body. So all of that is best answered by Geeta, and the queries will be addressed if someone raises it and finds So we have to make the effort. Spirituality, we all know, is a door that doesn't you can't open the door yourself. If your mind is pure and you have intentions are noble, uh, the door of spirituality opens by God himself from inside. So if you go on knocking to the door, uh, you know someday it will open, and then you will have the journey of self-realization happening from that day. Till that day, you can only attempt that. Your attempts someday will be a fruit. There are many defects in a human. So like lust, pride, greed, envy, anger, illusion. These are enemies. And how does a, a human being living on this earth free himself from these six enemies: lust, pride, greed, envy, anger, illusion? So this is Gita is one tool that can make you fight with these enemies. Also, when God created human beings, he had to make life interesting for us. So he put in four defects in all humans. One is he made our senses as imperfect. So all our senses are not as perfect as they need to be. All humans have a nature of making mistakes, and we have a propensity to cheat, and we are moved away by illusion, maya, or whatever you call it. So these are four defects which God has you know put on every human, so that life becomes more interesting, and so that we find our way through various journeys that we usually do. So like mentioned in my book as well. So we are all spiritual beings on human journeys, not human beings on a spiritual journey. So we hear that such and such is on a spiritual journey, uh, which is not correct to say that we are all spiritual beings, but we are on a human journey. Someone realizes it and does the journey properly. Someone takes time to realize it. So Gita makes you realize that and put you on the path to do that journey. So whatever there are so many beliefs, there are so many interpretations, there are so many ways of looking at one single verse. Can be interpreted in 500 different ways by 500 different people. Also, if you read the Gita verse, one of the beauty of Gita is that different times you will find different meanings in it, depending on your state of mind. What are the thoughts that you are having at that point of time? So, very simply put, whatever makes us go closer to God is good, and whatever makes us go away from God is bad. So, there is no better definition of good or bad. So, this is the best. So, whatever we do in Gita will make us closer to God. So when you read Gita or you hear Gita, there are a few things that you need to be particular about. So you need to have enthusiasm, of course. I mean, you can't start the journey of implementing Gita by taking the first steps of reading or listening without enthusiasm. So first is enthusiasm, then you have determination, because बीच में कुछ हो गया and then you have left it, so that doesn't help. It has to be a journey which is a long-term one, because it doesn't it will not finish. It is a lifetime's journey. So enthusiasm is there, determination is there. Of course, you need a lot of patience because it needs intense focus on trying to decipher the message, and to take whatever is relevant, because the subject matter is so huge, so it is next to impossible to try to gain complete knowledge of everything. That I don't think is possible for even the scholars. So what we need to do is, whichever is significant to us, whichever we understand, whichever is important for us to implement to make us better human beings, we need to just go on and doing things. Of course, also need good company. If we have a circle of friends who are doing this journey together, it becomes easy. The other most important thing, apart from enthusiasm, determination, patience, good company, is reasonable faith. There are many people which when you just breach the topic of I want to discuss something of Geeta which I found interesting. They just shut the door. Their minds are completely blocked. So to gather what the aspect of the message of Gita is, you need to have not blind faith, but to have reasonable faith. You should be able to do the journey with an open mind, so that you don't reject it just because it is considered by you to be fashionable, or you want to stand apart. Other people are doing it, so I'm not doing it, so I'm cool that way. Or so, if you have reasonable faith, then only you can do. It's also mentioned in the Gita that if people are not wanting willingly to do this journey, it should not be, time should not be wasted on them. So I suppose we all are interested in implementing Gita in some way in our lives, and in the next podcast, I will try to give you some glimpses of the main message of Gita, and then we will divulge into various topics of Gita chapter wise. So thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo. God bless you.